Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I welcome you all to the first lecture of this course, Introduction to Cryptography. I hope all of you have seen the previous video in which I have given a detailed introduction to the contents of this course. In today's class, we are going to understand some basic terminology and fundamental concepts pertaining to cryptography. So let's get started. Students, data or information is a very valuable asset for any organization in the modern world. Now, if we have to transmit this data or information from one end to another end securely, it is a big challenge. Cryptography basically provides a resolve to this challenge. What I mean to say is this, that if we have a sender and a receiver, the sender can be any client, the receiver can be any server. I'll give you a few examples. For example, think of the sender as a bank client who wants to perform an online transaction with a bank server. So he's a client and he wants to transfer some money from his account to someone else's account, and he wants to perform this online transaction. The client can be another person who wants to reserve an airline ticket with an airline server. The client students can be an email client who just wants to check his email from his inbox. So that can be an email server, and this will be an email client, and he just wants to check his email. He just wants to download his emails from his inbox. So client and server could be any entities. Okay, now students, we have a problem here. The problem is that if this data that is to be exchanged between this client and server, if this data will be exchanged in the form of plain text or clear text, any attacker will be able to steal this data, or he may be able to modify this data. Yes, that is very easily possible. In this course, we'll have a practical lab on this phenomena also. We will learn and we will see how attackers can steal the data over our transmission lines. So what I am saying is that any client and server, they want to communicate with each other, and if they exchange their data without properly securing it, what happens is that any attacker may be able to steal this data, or he may be able to modify this data, which is of course very, very dangerous. So this is where cryptography helps us. Cryptography enables us to secure this data in a way that the attackers will not be able to get this data. Even if an attacker is able to get this data, the data will be useless for him. He will not be able to read this data. So using cryptography, we can secure our data in a way that attackers, even if they get that data, it is useless for the attacker. Students, we are now going to talk about some basic terms related to cryptography. The first term we are going to talk about is plain text. Plain text, students, is any simple message which is not secured, any simple message that a client wants to send to the server. Now this plain text can be a stream of bits, it can be a text message, it can be an audio message, a video message, it can be an image, it can be any message, it can be a zip file, it can be any type of data. So any type of data that a client wants to share with the server, that message that the client wants to send to a server, that message is called plain text. Another word for plain text is clear text. So another word for plain text is clear text. So clear text and plain text are the same. The second term is a cipher. Cipher, student, is basically a cryptographic algorithm. Our plain text is any simple message that a client wants to send to the server. The plain text, if it is sent as it is by the client to the server, the attackers may be able to steal it, they may be able to read it, they may be able to modify this message. So plain text is never sent by the client to the server if we want security. So what we do is we primarily use a cryptographic algorithm to convert this plain text into cipher text. So students, a cryptographic algorithm is also called a cipher. This cipher or cryptographic algorithm converts our plain text into a ciphertext. Now students, ciphertext is a secured message. Ciphertext is a message that looks totally different from plain text. Any attacker, if he gets this ciphertext, it will not be possible, it will be very hard for him to be able to break this or to be able to read this ciphertext. How does this happen? We are going to see that throughout this course. So as of now, what we have said is that there are three basic terms. One is plain text, other is ciphertext, and the third term is cipher. Plain text is any simple message that the client wants to send to the server. But if they want to ensure communication security, we never exchange plain text. What we do is, using a cryptographic algorithm, using a cipher, we convert this plain text into a ciphertext. A ciphertext is a secured message. So what the client will do, the client will take a plain text and using a cipher, he will convert it into the ciphertext, and this ciphertext will be sent to the receiver. If the attacker is able to steal this ciphertext, if he is able to get this ciphertext somehow, the attacker will not be able to read this, he will not be able to understand this. This ciphertext will not make any sense to the attacker. Now students, this process of converting a plain text into a ciphertext, this process is called encryption. So once again, encryption is the process of converting a plain text into a ciphertext. In other words, encryption is the process of hiding the contents of plain text. Encryption is a process of changing the plain text into an unreadable form. So this is how it happens. The sender, he has a plain text. He has a message that he wants to share with another entity. If the sender will send this plain text as it is, any attacker will be able to get this message. He may be able to modify this message. So of course, we will never share the plain text. What we do is, using a cipher, we convert this plain text into a ciphertext. A ciphertext is a secured message, and this ciphertext is sent by the sender to the receiver. And this process of converting a plain text into ciphertext is called encryption. I hope this is clear. So sender, he has a plain text, he will convert it into ciphertext using a cipher, and he will send the ciphertext to the receiver. On the other hand, what the receiver will receive is the ciphertext. Using the same cipher, using the same cryptographic algorithm, the receiver will convert the ciphertext back into the plain text, and the receiver will then be able to read it. Now students, this process of converting a ciphertext back into the plain text, this process is called decryption. So these are some fundamental terms related to this course of cryptography. We will be using them again and again. Let us see them once more. What is a plain text? A plain text is any simple message that needs to be transmitted to the receiver. This message is open. This message is in the form of clear text. This message can be a stream of bit of any kind. It can be a text message, it can be a Word document, it can be a PDF document, it can be an audio file, it can be a video, it can be an image. Plain text can be any stream of bit, it can be any type of file, it can be any type of message. Now plain text, if we want communication security, when we employ cryptography, we never share our plain text as it is. What we do is, we encrypt our plain text. Using the process of encryption, we convert our plain text into ciphertext. Now ciphertext is the secured message. This is the message that we can safely send to the receiver over a network. Even if an attacker is able to get this ciphertext, the attacker will not be able to read this ciphertext, the attacker will not be able to understand this ciphertext. This ciphertext will be useless for this attacker. On the other hand, when the receiver receives this ciphertext, the receiver will convert this ciphertext back into the plain text, and this process of converting a ciphertext back into the plain text is called decryption. Alright students, before we proceed any further, let us first quickly review what we have already studied. So students, in fact there are two definitions of cryptography here. The first definition is that cryptography is an art of keeping messages secure. Now, what do we mean by this? Students, cryptography has existed from very long, right? It is not that when computers have come into the picture, we see cryptography or we use cryptography. Cryptography has existed in the past. It is a very ancient form. It is a very old art. In fact, I would want you to read some examples of older, methods of cryptography. I'll give you a few examples here. For example, one of the kings, he wanted to send a message to the king of another country. Now what the king did, he knew that if he will write the message on a paper and he will give that message to a messenger, that messenger could be caught by the enemies and the enemies will be able to then read that message. So the king wanted to perform some cryptography. The king wanted to secure a message in a way that enemies are unable to find this message and the message is securely delivered to the king of the other country. So what the king did, the king called his messenger and he removed all the hair over his head. Now after removing all the hair using a permanent ink, he wrote the message on the head of that messenger and then he waited. He waited for the time till the hair grew back. And when the hair grew back, the king sent this messenger to the other king. Now this messenger was not carrying any piece of paper, he was not carrying anything at all. So even if the enemies will catch him, the enemies will never know that okay, this guy is actually carrying a message. So when the messenger reached the other king removed all the hair over the head of that messenger and he was then able to read that message. He got the message that he wanted to get. So another example is of a lemon ink. Students, if you take a piece of paper and instead of your regular ink, if you use lemon juice as ink, you will see that the message, you will not be able to read anything over that paper. That will be a secret message. The only way to read that message over that piece of paper is that you take that paper under some bright, either sunlight or take it under some bright light, and then you will be able to read that message. So in the past, different people have been using different methods to securely exchange messages. So that is why cryptography, it is an art. You can come up with any innovative method, any imaginative technique to secure your messages, and that will also be called cryptography. But anyway, we are not interested in this particular thing in our course. The definition we should refer to is this, that cryptography is a science that uses mathematical tools to keep message passing secure. So cryptography is a science which uses mathematical tools to keep the messages secure. Now what do we mean by mathematical tools here? Students, just a few moments ago we have read the term cipher. Cipher is a cryptographic algorithm. Now these ciphers or cryptographic algorithms are basically mathematical functions using which we convert our plain text to ciphertext. We will see more about them. So as of now, please remember that cryptography is a science which uses mathematical functions, mathematical tools to secure our messages. And students, the people who practice cryptography, these are called cryptographers. So the people who use cryptography, the people who practice cryptography, they are called cryptographers. Moving on, these are the basic terms which we have already discussed. The first term is plain text. So we said plain text is any simple message that the sender wants to send to the receiver. This message can be in the form of, it can be a stream of bits, it can be a text file, it can be a bitmap, means an image, it can be a voice message, it can be a video, it can be anything else. So any simple message, whether it is a compressed message, whether it is an image, audio, video, anything, it is called plain text. Now, using cryptography, a sender never sends plain text to the receiver. What he sends is basically a ciphertext. And what is a ciphertext? An encrypted message, a secured message is called a ciphertext. Now, question is, how do we convert the plain text to a ciphertext? We have discussed that this process of converting a plain text into a ciphertext is called encryption. And how do we perform encryption? We perform encryption using a cryptographic algorithm, which is also called a cipher. Another definition could be that encryption is the process of disguising. The word disguising means hiding. So encryption is the process of hiding a message in such a way as to hide its contents. In simple word, encryption is the process of using a cipher to convert a plain text into a ciphertext. Now students, decryption is the exact opposite of encryption. So decryption is the process of converting a ciphertext back into the plain text. So who performs encryption? Encryption is performed by the sender of the message. The sender takes the plain text. Using a cipher, he converts this plain text into ciphertext, and this process is called encryption. So the sender sends the ciphertext to the receiver. The receiver, using the process of decryption, he converts this ciphertext back into the plain text. This process is called decryption. Oh, sorry about this, some rectangles are misplaced here, but this is what we said. The sender, he takes the plain text, and using a cipher, using a cryptographic algorithm, he converts this plain text into ciphertext. And the sender sends this ciphertext to the receiver. And what does the receiver do? Receiver takes this ciphertext and he he decrypts this ciphertext using the decryption algorithm, and then he gets the plain text. Alright students, we are going to discuss some mathematical notation for the same terms that we have discussed just now. We said that we have a sender and we have a receiver. The sender is having a plain text. Plain text can be denoted by a P, or it is also denoted by an M. So plain text, it can be denoted by a P, it can be denoted by an M. For now, we will take it as P. So sender has this plain text and he wants to send it to the receiver. What the sender will do is, the sender wants to convert this plain text into a ciphertext, and the ciphertext is denoted by C. And we just said that this process of converting a plain text into ciphertext is called decryption, and is called encryption, the process of converting a plain text into ciphertext is called encryption. So we can denote it as this mathematical function, just like this, that ciphertext, that when we encrypt a plain text, when we apply the encryption function over a plain text, what we get is the ciphertext. Now students, the sender, he never sends the plain text to the receiver. The sender will send this ciphertext to the receiver. And what the receiver will do? The receiver, when he gets this ciphertext, the receiver will convert this ciphertext back into the plain text, and this process is called decryption. So if we want to denote it mathematically, what we'll say is that when we apply the decryption function over a ciphertext, we get our plain text back. We have discussed that a plain text can be denoted by either an M or it can be denoted by a P. And we said that it can be a stream of bits, it can be a text file, it can be any kind of file, a PDF file, Word file, it can be an image file, it can be a voice message, it can be a video message, anything. Then we said ciphertext is denoted by C, and well, in most cases the size of plain text and ciphertext is same, but in case of certain algorithms, as we will see, sometimes the ciphertext is larger than the plain text. This is the encryption function we discussed, that when we apply the encryption function over a plain text M or a plain text P, we get the ciphertext C, and the decryption function which is denoted by D. When we apply the decryption function over the ciphertext, we get our plain text back. So students, for our first lecture this is sufficient, I guess. So we'll stop it here. Take care. Bye bye.